Now, the first thing you need to do when a girl is looking at you on my list today is to embrace it. Now, my kings, a lot of times you kings start looking away or looking around the moment you catch a girl looking at you, especially when the girl is hot or pretty. You start feeling to yourself that, nah, there is no way that hot, pretty girl over there is looking at me. So, because of that, you start looking around to see who might be beside or behind you that she could be looking at. And now that is why I am here today to tell you to stop doing that. When you catch a girl looking at you, accept it, embrace it. No matter how hot or pretty that girl is, tell yourself that you are the one she's looking at. Yes, you are worth that hot and pretty girl staring at you. Yes, you are the real deal. That is why that hot and pretty girl over there is staring at you. Accept it, embrace it. That is the very first thing you should do when you catch a girl looking at you. Another thing you should do when you catch a girl looking at you is to look away. Now, my kings, after you've accepted and embraced the fact that, yes, that hot girl over there is staring at me, the next thing you need to do is to just look away. And looking away doesn't mean looking around, like I mentioned in the first point. No, this time you are just looking back to whatever it is that you were doing before you caught her gaze. That is to say, let's say it's at a bar and you were drinking, you were focusing on your table before you looked and saw her staring at you. Now you go back to whatever it was that you were doing before you caught her gaze. That is what I mean. It doesn't mean that you start staring and looking around to see who she might be looking at, because already you've embraced the fact that she's looking at you. So just take that 5 seconds, 10 seconds to look away and just, focus on whatever it is that you were doing before you caught her. That is just the next thing you need to do after embracing the fact that that girl is looking at you. Another thing you need to do when you catch a girl looking at you is to look back. Now, this is a step-by-step procedure. After embracing the fact that this lady is looking at you, you look away, that is focusing on whatever it was that you were doing before you caught her gaze. Now, the next thing you do is to look back at her. And the reason why you're looking back at her is to reconfirm if she's still staring, just to be sure that you didn't, misread anything the first time that you caught her gaze. Because, the first time you were actually not expecting to catch anybody looking at you. Or when you looked, you found out that she was looking at you. So this time is for you to intentionally find out if she is still looking, to reconfirm the fact that yes, that hot girl over there is looking at you. And that is why you look back. And when you look back and you see that she is still staring at you, that is when you move on to the next step of either smiling or smirking at her. Now you've reconfirmed that truly this girl is looking at me. And the reason why you're giving that little smile or smirk is just to see how she reacts to it, to see how she will reciprocate to it, or what she would do when you smile or smirk. And that is why you pay attention, because you really want to be sure that this girl is looking at you because she's interested. There's this thing about us women that will hardly ever walk up to you ourselves and start up a conversation. So we prefer to give you cues. So this is just you confirming that she's giving you cues to walk up to her and approach her. So when you smile and smirk at her, or you smile or smirk at her, and then you find out that she gives you back the same smile or smirk, or she starts blushing and looks away, that is your sign that she is interested. That is your sign that she's really looking at you for you to approach her. And that is when you take the last step of approaching her if you are interested. But if you are not interested, you can just stop it at the first step of embracing the fact that that hot girl over there is looking at you. Just, bask in that glory that, you are fine enough, you are worth it enough for that hot girl to stare at you. If you are not interested, there's no point doing the other steps that follow. But if you are interested, that is when you do the other steps, and at the last point, you just walk up to her. And believe me, it is going to make your conversation with her or your approaching her very easy because she was the first one to show you and confirm the fact that she's interested in you. So that's it for this video, my kings. These are 5 steps you should take when you catch a girl looking at you. Please do let me know if you found this video interesting and informative as well. Do also subscribe if you haven't done that already. Turn on the notification bell, like this video, drop a comment down below, share this video with your family and friends, and see you in the next one.